Yeah.
But it's nice, but I
Worth it in the
realize
end, or
what I
no?
was in
Yeah, the
for.
restrictions.
I thought they'd take the thing out, slip another one in, and that's it.
I don't know how windshield works. All right, here we go. Okay. So you guys, our mics are, our little clip-on mics are broken, so I'm hoping you can still hear me okay. Oh. You're on mute. Can you hear me okay, Steph? I don't know if who's trying to say something to me or someone else. You're good, okay. We're getting replacements, we're working on it. I'm not here yet. So we're using the computer mic, which I know is not as good. So if you can't, just, unmute, I can't hear you, and I'll yell louder. All right, so we're making our way through the kleshas, which we've been talking about for the last few weeks. These are the obstacles, the afflictions, the things that, that distract us from our spiritual path and from seeing our true self as we are. And so we are up to Asmita, which is so it's egoism, meaning like a sort of unhealthy view of the ego can get in the way of our spiritual practice. So in the Yoga Sutras and philosophy, the mind, our brain, our thinking mind has these levels, and one of the levels is called ahamkara in Sanskrit, and it's the I maker. It's the thing that labels everything. I am Rachel. I am a mother. I am a yoga teacher. I am a wife. I am a sister. I'm, all of those things that I am, which is a necessary thing. We're living in a human body. We need to be who we are. I need to be Rachel and not Margaret, right? We need to be who we are and in the, and the things that differentiate us. However, what starts to happen then is that I am becomes I need. We become the sort of main character in our story. And then when the needs are not being met, what happens? We feel defensive. We feel insecure. We feel, separated, distant from people in our lives. And so the idea is we want to work towards, it's not that we don't want to have an ego. The ego gets sort of talked about as like it gets like a bad reputation. We need to have an ego to live in a body and to be in a body. But we need to have a healthy ego. So what does a healthy ego look like? A healthy ego is content with is content with who I am. It's content with, it's not feeling threatened by other people's beliefs. It's not feeling threatened by other people's opinions. It's not feeling defensive. It's a curiosity. It says, I don't know everything. I want to learn. I don't have anything to prove out here. I just want to understand what this means to be in this conscious embodied state being that I am. What does that feel like? What does that look like? Instead of having to force it to fit into what we think it should feel like and look like. And so what happens when Asmita sort of takes over is we start to over-identify. We hold that self-image so dear that it overshadows the true self. So what is the true self? The soul, the spirit. Sometimes we talk about it as capital S self is the sort of essence being, the soul. The little s self is like the individual self. And so it's this shift from identifying only with those outward parts of ourselves, my successes, my failures, my life experiences, my beliefs, my opinions, all the things I am, that separates us out, So the questions when we want to make that shift from over-identifying with the individual, how do we make that shift? We make that shift by asking ourselves, who am I when I'm not those things? It's the opposite of I think, therefore I am. If we're looking through a distorted lens at who we are and we think I am my thoughts, then when we have thoughts that don't feel good, when we have negative thoughts or self-limiting thoughts, then that puts us in this really limited state. You know, if we think I am my feelings, then we have a powerful emotion. Then that's all we can do. It's all we can be. It's the predominant experience. You know, if we think I am what I can do or what I can't do, or my actions, how I look, how I, the physical part of myself. Then when that physical part, when something's up, we've had a surgery, we have an injury, we're sick, then it puts the whole thing into question, And so it's not that those things are not part of who we are. They are, of course, they're part of who we are, but they're not the whole of who we are. So when we're over identifying with that I amness, with the I am, whatever, and maybe one of those things resonated more with you. Maybe you resonate more with I am my thoughts, maybe more I am my feelings, maybe more I am my body. And then that's something you can work with in your practice, as we're going through the poses, because, the poses themselves are meant to be this kind of energetic expression of the true self. But we're doing it through the body. We're doing it with our bringing all that stuff in with us. So when we're doing it with a loving self-awareness, it's just this self-study that says, okay, it's just a recognizing of how we are identifying, the ways that we are identifying ourselves, that we are placing ourselves in the world and on our mat and in our bodies. So that's the invitation for the practice, is to look at that, to look at the ways that we sort of self-identify that feel limited, that put us in a little box and a little label, which is in some ways very neat and easy, but it reduces us into this one thing, maybe a couple things. Okay, let's do yoga. Close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. And just maybe sit with some of those questions for yourself this morning. Who am I when I'm not trying to be someone? Who am I without my accomplishments, without my failures, without my judgments, my beliefs, my opinions? Who am I without my stuff? When we do that, we surrender to the Godhead of our understanding, create more meaningful connection between the heart, mind, the true self, between consciousness and its body. Few more breaths. Just bring those into harmony with each other. Consciousness, thoughts, feelings, the true self that underpins it all. Then join your hands together at your heart. And let's begin with 3 ohms together. Start to join, taking a deep breath. Your head bow down to your heart, honoring individual self, true self that's there as well. Keeping your chin bowed, release your hands to your lap. Take your chin toward your chest and your chest toward your chin. Let's just start with some neck warm up. So you're going to trace your collarbone from your breastbone to your right shoulder with your chin. And then take your chin back along your collarbone to your breastbone. And then trace the left collarbone to the left shoulder. And then trace it back to center. And then just side to side like that. Chin to shoulder, back to chest, feeling a lengthening stretch on the back of the neck. Good. And then the next time you're over to the right, your chin is towards your right shoulder, hold there. Let your shoulders be relaxed, but then just do a super slow nodding yes. So lift your chin a little, lower your chin a little, lift your chin a little, and lower. And then keeping your head over to the right, just turn your head so your nose is facing forward. Take your right ear towards your right shoulder. That's it. And then let your right shoulder relax and your left shoulder relax down. So shoulders down away from the ear, let the head release. And then again, a little slow nod. Lift your chin a little, lower your chin a little, feeling a stretch along the left side of your neck, not in a way that feels uncomfortable. If you feel any pulling up into your head or behind your eyes, just do it a little more gently. One more lift and lower. Good. And then let your chin drop to your chest and hold there for a breath. And then trace your collarbone to your left shoulder, looking over with your gaze facing over your shoulder. Lift and lower your head a few times. Lift your chin and lower your chin. That's it. Lift your chin and lower. Good. And then keeping your head over to the left, turn your nose to face forward. Let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Let your left shoulder relax. So don't lift your shoulder up. Let it relax down. And then again, a little slow nod. Lift your chin a little and lower your chin a little. Stretching the side of the neck, the back of the neck. Good. Let your head, your chin release back to your chest. Now, take your fingertips behind your head and then lift your head up and just find a neutral neck. So the back of your neck is lengthening, the front of your neck. And then with your hands behind your head, push your head back. Resist with your hands a little bit so you feel the muscles in your neck fire up. Good. And then release that, relax it a little bit. And then do it again. Press your head back into your hands so you're feeling those muscles just wake up, feeling a support around the whole 360 degrees of your neck. Good. And then let it release a little bit. And then bring your elbows towards each other and take a stretch for the back of the neck. Take your chin towards your chest. Let the back of the neck lengthen. Don't pull on your neck, but let your hands be like just a little gentle weight, lengthening the base of your skull away from the tops of your shoulders. Good. Inhale and come upright. Now take a palm of your hand, doesn't matter which one, to your forehead. Good. Then push your forehead into your hand. Resist with your hand a little bit. Yeah. And then let it relax. And then do it again. Push your forehead into your hand. Press with your hand, just strengthening those muscles, lighting up those muscles. Good. And then let it relax. Take your fingertips back behind your head and stretch the front of your neck now. Take your elbows out wide. Feel like you're using your thumbs to lift the base of your skull away from your shoulders, even as you're curling your head back. So the back of the neck, the front of the neck is getting a stretch, but the back of the neck is also lengthening. Okay, good. Come back to neutral. Relax your arms for a moment. Just roll out your shoulders. We're going to work those side muscles. Roll one way and roll the other way. And then take your right hand to the right side of your head, the heel of your hand. Good. And then push your head into your hand. Feel those muscles on the right side between the earlobe and the shoulder. Just fire up a little bit and then exhale. Just let them relax a little. And then press to the side. If you have any neck tension, neck tightness, neck challenges, these are good strengthening exercises to do. Okay, and then relax. All right, switch hands. Take your left hand to the right side of your head. So up and over the top. Left hand to the right side, good. And then use that hand as a weight to draw your ear a little closer towards your left shoulder, left ear towards the left shoulder, just stretching the right side of the neck. Yeah, your shoulders relaxed, your torso, your spine nice and tall. All right, come back upright. Take your left hand to the left side of your head. Yep, press it to the left. Resist with your hand. Resist just a little bit. Feel the muscles in the left side of the neck fire up good, and then just let them relax a little bit. And then one more press and hold, press and hold. And relax. Release your left hand down. Wrap your right hand over the top. Draw your head gently over to the right. Yeah, that's it. Relax your right shoulder. Let your ear move towards your shoulder a little bit. Okay, and then come on back up and just sit tall for a moment and just, I want you to line up, have this sense of lining up your heart and your mind and the crown of your head. So it's like heart, brain, and highest conscious self, which is represented by that, the crown chakra. So just feel them stacking one on top of the other, the neck. And as we do this gesture of lining that up, just feel how we can sort of line up all those aspects of ourselves. We feel an embodied experience of lining those things up. Okay, now we're going to take the ball. We're going to come onto tabletop. Here's the first thing we're going to do with the ball. We're going to do a little forearm roll. Okay, so you can be elbow, your left elbow can be on the floor, you can be on your left hand, whatever feels more comfortable, and you're going to roll your right forearm. Yeah, roll it. Roll it. If you don't have a ball, do you have a ball, Marina? Yeah. I don't know if she has a ball. Yeah, okay. Good. Roll the forearm. Good. Okay, and then I want you to roll your hand. So really roll, yep, roll around, let's circle your palm around, massage out the base of your palm, your wrist a little bit. Yep. Turn your forearm over if you haven't done that already. Roll the top of your forearm. That one has a lot more sensation for me. I don't know about you guys. I feel that one a lot. Yep, that's it. And then turn your hand over and just use it to stretch your fingers. So like take your pointer finger on the ball and then your middle finger on the ball. So put your hand on the floor. So like that. So you're getting a little more stretch. And then your ring finger on the ball, a little stretch. And then pinky finger on the ball. Yeah. Okay, and then do the other side. So do your left forearm, do underneath first, roll. Music. Good, and then palm of your hand, if you're not there already. Palm of your hand rolling, yep. You can get into the heel of your hand, like the base of your thumb, the base of the pinky finger. And flip your arm over to the top of your forearm. I'm having trouble controlling my ball. I don't know if you guys want to go all over the place. Yeah. And then the fingers stretch. So heel of your hand on the floor, every finger down with the pointer fingers on the ball. So a little stretch for the pointer. And then middle finger on the ball. All the other fingers on the floor. That's it. And then ring finger on the ball. Good. And then pinky finger on the ball. Okay, good. And then set the ball to the side. We're going to come back to it in a bit, but now we'll just come into a tabletop. Spread out your fingers and just notice how just that little release in the hands and the forearms makes it make you a little more comfortable to be on your hands. All right, let's do a little cat and cow here. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine. Last week we worked a lot on the pelvis, right? And lining up the legs and the pelvis. So have that awareness of the pelvis moving, but now move your awareness up the line of your spine and just feel your neck moving here. So the whole spine's moving, but just focus your awareness up into your neck and the lifting of your head as you come up, looking forward, and then the rounding of the back of the neck, letting your head drop down as you round. Then do one more. Good. And then take your hips back to your heels. And I would love for you to get your head onto something. So if your head reaches the floor, just go ahead to the floor. Yeah, put it on a block, stack up a couple. It might be better to do it on blankets. You feel like stack up blankets? Or is that okay? The blocks are hard, that's all. Put your head on. Yeah, maybe just put a blanket over it. There you go. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Then take your hands behind your back and lace your fingers together behind your back. Good. Your head is resting on the floor. Okay, now as you inhale, lift your elbows and arms up off your back. And then exhale and release your hands down. And then inhale, lift your hands towards the ceiling, lift your shoulder blades, press your head into the floor. Exhale, release your arms down. And do one more like that. Inhale, lift your arms. And exhale, release. Good. Come back to tabletop. Watch me for a second. We're going to do one more round of that lift and lower. It can look exactly like you just did, which was here, right? Head on the floor. If it's comfortable for your neck, so I know this isn't going to work for you, Sharon, but if it's comfortable for your neck to roll onto the top of your head, lift up like this, and then roll back down. The key thing that you're doing there is that your legs are doing so you're not just dumping your weight into your neck, you know? So as you bring your weight forward, if your neck is like, yeah, no, then abort mission, right? Don't do it. Just do the arms. But for some people, this feels really nice. This is I actually really love this stretch, but you've got to really push your head into the floor and really lift up through your arms so you're not sort of dumping weight into your neck. So either way, let's do one more round, lifting and lowering the arms, maybe rolling up to the crown of the head, maybe not. Just see how your neck feels. I put this in the category of, right, like not for everybody. Yep, and you can lower back down and do one more. Okay, good. And release your hips back. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Extend your arms out really long. That's it. And then walk arms and torso to the right. Maybe stack your hands, left hand on top of right hand if you're for that deeper stretch under the shoulder. And then through center and over to the other side. Maybe right hand on top of left hand. And back to center. Okay, on up to tabletop. On your next inhale, take your right arm up to the sky, twist open to the right. That's it. And then as you exhale, thread it under, land onto your shoulder and your head. And if that's hard to do, come forward a little bit more, make it a little bit easier. Then come up on your left fingertips. Make like be up on the tips of your left fingers. Lift your elbow up, push into your left hand. Turn your belly to the left. Keep your head and your shoulder pressing into the floor. Bring your elbow down, Sharon, if you want. All right, good. Press your left hand. Come on back up. Come to center. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Twist open. Good. Exhale, thread under. Come to shoulder, side of your head, and then up on your right fingertips. That's it. Press into your right hand. Turn your belly from left to right. Let your head be on the floor here if that's comfortable. Head and shoulder on the floor. If that's not comfortable, you can be on your elbow. All right. Press to your right hand. Come on back up. We're going back to the first side. I'm going to take it into a little of a deeper stretch. So twist open to the right. And then thread on under. Come down onto your right shoulder, side of your head. Come up on the left fingertips. Now kick your left leg out to the side. So on a diagonal. Yep, be on your toes. Yeah, move your stuff out. Kick your leg out to the side. That's it. Stretch it out long. Now, push your right shoulder into the floor and start to walk your left hand more overhead. So you're rolling a little more towards the back of your head. And again, do that with a grain of salt. Keep it reasonable for your neck. You can start to walk your left hand overhead a little more. Sharon, you can do like
I'm just gonna do,
or you can just sit up and do a little like this.
Okay.
It's just a neck stretch.
Okay.
So just do it upright if that's okay. Yeah, there you go. All right, come on back up. Drop the knee down. Back to tabletop. Okay. over to the other side. So twist open to the left, and then thread it under. Reach under. Good, be up on your right fingertip so that your right arm is taking some of the weight here. Kick your right leg over to the right. Yep. And then if it feels comfortable, push your shoulder into the floor, your head into the floor. Maybe start to roll more towards the back of your neck. If it feels like too much pressure on your neck, of course, stay where it feels comfortable in your neck. That's the most important thing. All right, and then press down into your right hand, come back up to your tabletop. Good, we're gonna come to sit back onto our feet. So if it's easy to sit onto your feet, sit onto your feet. If it's not, put a block or 2 blocks between your feet, sit onto sit on, put it on the floor, like stack the blocks on the floor. Yeah, and then see if you can, make yourself a little perch. And if that doesn't work, just sit any way that feels comfortable. It doesn't really matter how we're sitting. Yeah, is that okay? That face is not saying okay to me. Okay. Are you sure? Yeah. Hands behind, lace your fingers together. You can also just stand up onto your knees, right? Like if it gets to be too much on your knees or on your feet, you can stand up onto your knees. If you're comfortable sitting, sit. Yeah, just do it upright. Stretch your arms back behind you. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, shoulder blades towards each other. Yeah, hold it here. Okay, now keep rolling the shoulders back. Squeeze your elbows together. Try to make that line from heart to brain to crown of the head so that there's this open connection of our feeling the literal embodiment of opening up that channel. Okay, now stretch your arms back behind you a little bit more, and then take your fist onto your right hip. So bend your elbows, take your hands, and if you're holding the strap, it's fine. You can do it with the strap like this. Squeeze your elbows together behind. That's it. Squeeze your left elbow back, right elbow back. Okay, good. Then stretch your arms back behind you, and then switch fist to the left hip. Squeeze your elbows towards each other behind you. Feel how your belly wants to pop forward. So pull your navel back a little bit. Good. Line up head, heart, thoughts, mind, all of it. Stretch your arms back and come on back to tabletop. All right. Press your finger pads down. Make your arms nice and strong. Bring your knees closer together for this one. Just for balance. And then inhale and extend your right leg back behind you, long. And then bend up your right knee. Good. Now lift your head and imagine that you're going to bring your toes and your head together behind you like a scorpion leg. They're not going to touch, but you're bringing them towards each other. So you're lifting your head, you're lifting your heart, you're lifting your knee. Then exhale and bring your knee and your nose together underneath. So it's just like a dramatic cat and hat. Okay? Inhale, knee up, toes to head, head to toes, lift. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. One more like that. Knee up. And then knee to nose. Good. Put that knee back down. Find neutral. Find center. Left leg back. Bend your knee. Toes to head. And then knee to nose. And then toes to head. And then knee to nose. And one more time. And knee to nose. Then drop that knee back down. All right, walk your knees back so you're in a longer tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Take that first breath, first moment in your dog. Pedal out your feet for a moment. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, maybe bend one knee and then the other. Yeah. And then once you can get your legs a little straighter, nod your head a few times. So look forward towards your thumbs and then look back towards your belly. Then look forward towards your thumbs and look back towards your belly. And then try to land right in the middle where your ears are between your upper arms. And again, just open up that channel between the individual self and the universal self.
between who we think we are, between all those labels, and who we actually are at the deepest essence. Okay, we're gonna walk back now, separate your feet, go wide with your feet, and we're gonna walk hands to feet, come to the back of the mat. Yeah, you can take your blocks with you. So land into your feet, so let's stay in forward bend just for a moment, and you can pedal out here a few times, bend the knee, bend one knee, and then the other. Have your weight on the straight leg, not on the bent knee. That's gonna give you a little more opening in the hip. Good, and then both legs straight and strong. Slide your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, push into your feet, come on all the way up. Good, step your feet a little closer together and inhale, let your arms just float up. Clasp your right wrist in your left hand and lean to the left. Good. Get a rooting and an extending energy going at the same time. So from your right hip to your right foot, root to the earth. From your right hip to your right fingertips, stretch up. Good. Inhale, come up, switch the clasp, hold left, and lean right. You got it. From your right hip to your right foot, left hip to left foot, ground down. Left hip to left fingertips, stretch. Good. Inhale, come up, separate your hands, reach up. Exhale, slowly circle your arms down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. This time, bend your right elbow, hold your right elbow. Try to move your right hand more towards its own shoulder blade instead of being a crossover here. See if you can move it towards its own shoulder blade or closer to that. And then pull your elbow back with your left hand, press your head back into your arm gently. Good. Keep all of that, just take the whole thing over to the left, any amount, maybe just an inch or two, or if you feel a little more bendy, you can go a little farther. Push your elbow up into your hand. Yeah, good. Inhale, come up, stretch both arms up. Bend your left elbow, hold the elbow, rotate it more towards its own shoulder blade. Good. Push your elbow into your hand, head back, lean to the right, your right. That's it. Good. Tricep stretch, little stretch underneath the shoulder blade, lats, traps, all that. Okay, inhale, come up, stretch both arms up. Exhale, float your arms down, let your shoulders relax away from your ears. One more to do. Inhale, arms up. Bend your right elbow. Again, right hand more towards the right shoulder blade. Lean to the left. This time, go on it, look towards your belly, round your spine. So you're getting a stretch into the lower left back body. Let your head drop towards your chin towards your chest. A little stretch in the back of the neck. Good. Inhale, come up, stretch up. Switch. Left hand, left elbow bends, right hand to left elbow. Lean right, and then round. Look towards your belly. Let your head release. Deep breath into the lower left back waistline. Good. Inhale, come up. Line up. Heart, mind, essence, self through the crown. Stretch up and then exhale and let your arms release. Okay. We're going to do a couple standing things. You can come back, Sharon. Face the long edge of your mat. Step your feet wide apart. So you can face the windows if you want in here. Good. And then we're going to come to warrior. Actually do this. Sorry. I want you to have a block nearby. I don't have a block. Put a block by your right foot. We're going to go into Parsvakonasana. I want you to use a block for it. So put your block by your right foot. Outside. So you're going to turn your right foot out with the warrior leg. And it's going to be by the pinky side of your foot. Yeah. So turn your right foot forward. So we're coming into warrior leg. So turn the foot forward and the block to the pinky side, and you'll just adjust it as you come down into the boat. Okay, warrior two to start. Bend your right knee. Bend it right over the ankle. That's it. Make your left leg strong and powerful. Inhale, let your arms rise up. Notice that your shoulders like to lift towards your ears as you do that, so just let them release down, broaden that space from earlobe to top of shoulder. Good. And then bring your nose right in line with your breastbone. Draw your chin back a little, your throat back a little bit. So again, we're just doing that embodied expression of lining up heart and mind, coming to that deeply connected self. And then turn your gaze over your right fingertips. Drop your left hand to your left leg now. Turn your right palm up. Keep looking at your right hand. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Lean back any amount. Reach your right arm towards the sky. Inhale, come back up. Now take your right hand to the block. So right at the pinky side of your foot. Left arm to the sky to start. Yeah, actually take your left hand on your hip for a moment. I want you to just focus on your neck. Notice how your right shoulder wants to just collapse down towards your right ear, right? So push your hand into the block. Lift your right ear away from your shoulder. So again, the heart and the mind are in line. Then sweep your left arm over your left ear, lifting your left ear up towards your left arm at the same time. Yes. Nice, you guys. So these poses, these postures, these shapes that we make, they're the embodied expression of that true inner self. Does that look different than what you're doing right now? Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does. Just ask yourself. Inhale, come on up. You can bring your block with you. And move it to the other side. Put it outside the left foot. Turn your left foot out. Yeah. Turn that whole left foot to point at the short edge of your mat. Bend your left knee. Warrior two. Inhale, arms out to the sides without creating tension or tightness in the tops of your shoulders. Yes, gaze over the left fingertips. Keeping that channel open, heart, mind, crown of the head. Drop your left hand to your right hand to your right leg, rather, sorry. Keep looking at your left hand, but lift your head, lift your hand and your gaze. Looking up, still bending into the left knee. Keep that channel open. Inhale, come up, lean over, left hand to the block, right hand to your hip to start. Yep. And then just notice, right? Like turn your head, move your head around a little bit. Notice how the left ear wants to drop towards the left shoulder. So bring the head in line with the spine. If you're comfortable gazing up, gaze upwards, and then sweep your right arm over your ear, arm towards the ear, ear towards the arm. And then just let your true self, that essence self, take the form of the pose. Thinking mind is there, feelings are there, it's all part of it. But let the pose be this expression of the essential self. Inhale, come on, right. Turn your feet forward. Good, step your feet together. Just do a little march out. Okay. We're gonna come to Vrikshasana, the tree pose. So if you want to face whatever direction you want, if looking out the window is helpful, it's windy. Sometimes when it's windy outside, don't look outside because then it makes you wobble. I'm being totally serious. Like fine, look at something that's not moving, right? So if you're looking out a window, it might not be helpful. All right, we're gonna come to the right leg. Make your right leg nice and strong and steady. Like you're just embodying, like you're creating this steady container for that true essence self within. All right, and then turn the left knee out to the left. Heel up onto the right ankle for a moment. Press your knee out wide. And start with toes on the floor. Okay, now take the moment to line up heart, mind, crown. Make that connection, open that channel. And then try to maintain it. Lift up your left heel, take it up higher onto your leg if that's available, or just stay right where you are. Bring your hands to your heart. Soften your gaze, fix the gaze on a certain spot, but let it be soft. Like you're just blurring the edges of your own individual self to whatever it is that you're looking at, because in the essence of it all, it's all this one thing, this one energy, this one consciousness. One more breath. Good. And release your hands and your foot down. Close your eyes. Take a moment, see where the thoughts go, see where the emotions go. We come into more challenging situations. How do we identify? Are we our thoughts? Are we our feelings? Are we what we can or cannot do?
And who are you if you are not those things? Shift your weight to your left foot, open your eyes, better to balance with eyes open. Left leg strong, turn your right knee out. Right heel up onto the ankle. Good, get the knee pressing out wide and then line up heart, head, brain, and consciousness. So you're feeling that channel, and then if you can balance, slide your right heel up anywhere onto the left leg. Join your palms. Soft eyes. Soft gaze. Just curious about what it is to be this conscious, embodied, aware being, doing it with self-love, with self-reverence, for the small S self and the big S self. All right, good. Release your foot and your hands. Once again, close your eyes and just be. All right, we're going to find our way down onto our backs. Have your ball nearby. We're going to do some more ball things. Okay, here's the first thing we're going to do. You're with the ball. You're going to put the ball. We're going to do some crunches. So what happens often when we're doing our crunches is we're here, right? And there's like a lot of movement in the neck. Do you guys see that? And then, you get a little bit of something here, but if we sort of stabilize that, then we get a lot more movement here. So we're gonna hold the ball between our chin and our chest, and we're just gonna do some crunches. So hands behind your head, hold the ball, and then curl your head and shoulders up, and slowly lower back down. And just like that, curl up, lift your head and shoulders, and then back down. Yeah. And so maybe this is what you always do, or maybe it's giving you a sense that you like to really pull your chin towards your chest. Do a couple more. Focusing on the breath. Focusing on keeping that channel steady, open. So the head, the thoughts aren't becoming more important. The feelings aren't becoming more important. The labels. Like just breath and the energy moving. One more. Lift. And then release. Okay, take your ball. You're going to put it underneath underneath the upper trap. So right at the space between your right ear level to the right side, right earlobe and right shoulder. It's going like right about here. And you're going to bring some weight onto it. So put the ball right underneath. Yeah, I know, not without sensation. Take your right arm up towards the sky. And if it's excruciating, you guys, just skip it. You can do all these movements without the ball there, and you're still going to get some, mobility stuff for your shoulder. Okay, first thing to do, take your right arm overhead, thumb towards the floor behind you. And then bring your arm back up over your shoulder. And then arm overhead, thumb towards the floor. And then back over the shoulder. And one more time like that. And back over the shoulder. Good. Do some circles now with your arm. They can be smaller, they can be big. Obviously bigger, you're getting the ball's moving around more. You can also sort of move yourself around on the ball a little bit if it feels like there's another spot you want to get to. And then circle your arm the other way. So counterclockwise, clockwise. Good. Then land, wrist over shoulder again. And then we're going to this pattern. Right elbow out to the right, to the floor, over to the right. And then keeping your shoulder, your back on the ball, reach your right arm over like you're trying to touch your outer left shoulder. You're not rolling to your side, you're just bringing your arm over. And then right elbow over to the right. And then reach it up and across like you're towards your left shoulder. Keep your weight on the ball and do one more right elbow to the right. And then reach towards your left shoulder. Okay, take the ball out. Just pause for a moment. Feel one side, feel the other side. This is not like again, you guys always say it, but it's not a no pain, no gain situation. If it's too much, right? If it's too intense, just do you can do the movements without the ball. All right, if you did the ball on the first side, put it under the left shoulder. Noticing that one side likely has a lot more sensation than the other. That's definitely happening for me. And then right arm can be by your side, left arm straight up.
And then reach overhead, thumb towards the floor. And then straight back up over the shoulder. Good, reach over. And straight back up over your shoulder. Yep, and then pulse it back. Yes. Okay. And then circles. Yep, move it around if you need to. Find another spot. So arm over shoulder, just make some circles. Go one way, go the other way. So all sort of just massaging out the upper traps there. We have a lot of tightness and tension in our bodies in that space. So of course, this is just to get the energy there to move a little bit. Okay, then left elbow to the floor, straight out from the shoulder, and then reach across the body. Try to tap your right shoulder. And then left elbow out to the left, and then reach across, and do one more out to the side, and reach across. Okay, good. Move your ball to the side for a moment. Okay. We're going to come on to our bellies now. Set the ball to the side. We may or may not have time to do one more thing. We'll see. Running out of time. All right, come to your bellies. Come face down. And you're going to clasp your, let's do this first one with just arms behind you, actually, not clasping. So bring your legs close towards each other, squeeze them in towards each other, tone your legs. And then inhale, we'll just lift everything up off the floor. Just arms by your sides, lift everything up. Good. Nod your head a little, yes. And again, find the place right in the middle where that channel opens up. Heart, mind, we're doing yoga. We're yoking together. The individual self, the true self. All right, good. Release down. Turn your cheek over to the side. Now, lace your fingers on. You can use your strap for this. If I think it'll be better for your shoulders. All right, if you can reach to, or anyone can use a strap, or lace your fingers together. Either way, behind your back. Inhale, lift everything up again. Good, head in line with spine. Neck long, front and back. Okay, now reach your hands back towards your feet. Now, bend your knees and tap your heels in towards your hands. Good, and then stretch your legs out long. And then do it again, heels towards the hands, hands towards the heels. And then stretch them out long again. And then do one more. Good, and release. Turn your cheek over to the side. Let your shoulders relax. Let your legs relax. Turn your cheek over to the other side. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, bring your forehead or your chin to the floor, either one. Bend up both knees, catch your feet behind. We're not going to do both here. We're going to just do a double leg thigh stretch. Often we focus on one, we're going to do both together. Hold both feet behind you, or one at a time, that's fine. Yeah, you can lay on your side and do it. And hug your heels towards your hips. Yep, and if you're laying on your seat, you can do it laying on your side, just one heel to one hip, heel to the other hip. Oh, there you go. Yeah, do it like that. That's good. Heels to hips. So you're not kicking your feet back, you're hugging your heels down. One more breath. Good. Release your feet. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Lift up into a baby cobra. So lift your head and your shoulders, lift your hands. Again, do a little nod, yes. Line up. Heart, mind, the thinking part of yourself, the feeling part of yourself, and then you'll get to the essence, all the way extending through the crown of the head. Keep that alignment, press your hands down, lift up any amount higher. So maybe into a little bit of a deeper back bend. Yes. One more breath. And exhale. Release down. Okay. Roll to your back. That's it. Yep, you can stay facing the direction you're facing. All right, I got one more ball thing to do. Oh, no. All right, this one's a little intense. If it's too much, again, you can just do it without the ball. But For this one, the ball goes between the shoulder blade and the spine, so right into the medial traps, rhomboids, and you're gonna lay over it. I'm gonna put the ball right between the spine and the shoulder blade, and then you're gonna just cat and cow, so you're sort of rolling that space between the shoulder blade. You can have your head on a blanket if that's more comfortable. So I think it's too low, Margaret. Move it up a little higher, and your hips are on the floor. Yeah. Yeah. If it's too much, skip it. Take the ball out. Yeah. It's okay. All right. We'll just take a little cat and cow. Like down. I feel like I want your head up. Yeah.
I could just put that in. No, two bowls together.
Oh, the peanut. Yeah. We could buy the peanut. I buy them for Zen. You tape them? Yeah. Or in a sock. It works in a sock. Tie them in a sock too. Somebody has said that to me. Yeah. But yeah, this one you just do one at a time. I can't tell if it's less intense or more intense than two. This is less? Yeah. All right. So maybe a little gentler. Okay. Now we're going to move it to the other side. So move it over to the left shoulder blade. Do a little cat and cow. And of course, doing this up against the wall is less intense also, right? You can do this standing up with your back, like the ball behind you at the wall. You kind of roll it up and down the wall. That's another way to do it. Less intense. Without gravity doing it for you. All right, do we feel even? When you feel even, side to side, just release the block out to this, release the block, the ball to the side. Okay, and then let's do a bridge now. And let's see how a bridge feels after all that deep work with the ball, all that lining up of head and shoulders. So bend up your elbows, press your head into the floor, shoulders, backs of the arms into the floor. Lift your hips up and you mount. Keep the weight on the inner edges of your feet, so you're not letting your knees splay apart. If you can reach to lace your fingers underneath, do that. If not, just stay with your arms by your sides. Just see if maybe this feels a little more easeful, a little gentler, a little more open in the front of the chest. All right, good. And then release your hands and release your hips back down. And then let's take just a little inversion, moving your blocks closer to you. Sorry, at home, I did that for you. We're going to go hips up onto the block. And legs up towards the ceiling, so a little supported, modified shoulder stand. So supported bridge. Just hips up on a block, legs up. Maybe close your eyes if you've got your balance. Take a moment to line up your body so your pelvis, back of your pelvis is flat on the block, the knees feel a little soft. It's that little valley between the shoulder blades. Head gently pressing down. And let your eyelids come together, let your face soften, let your breath become a little more gentle and steady. Just have this sense of yourself, whatever label, I, whatever, fill in the blank, doing this pose, but that also you're embodying our true self. The true self is embodying our physical body. True self is doing the pose. Not just the body, not just the thoughts, not just the feelings. Slowly begin to bend your knees, bring your feet back down to the floor. And then lift your hips. Slide the block to the side. Find your way into Shavasana, extending your legs, your arms. Shavasana, this is the true expression of surrendering to the true self. Let go in your body.
everything soften, melt, relax into the floor. Big muscles, legs, torso, hips, smaller muscles, hands, arms, fingers, feet, face. Perhaps ask yourself these questions again. Who am I when I'm not trying to be someone? Who am I? Not my thoughts, my fears, my beliefs, my failures, my accomplishments, my story. Who am I when I'm not reducing myself to my occupation, my reputation, and my name? As you release those labels, let your own individual consciousness merge and melt into universal consciousness. Feel a sense of oneness. Gently begin to become aware of awareness, or allowing mind run off. Begin thinking about the rest of the day. Just rest your awareness here. Sense connection, all the parts of yourself being together in harmony. And as you're ready, body to stretch and move. Begin to find your way to your side. back up to seated. As you move into the rest of your day, perhaps bring with you this awareness of the times where you start to feel defensive or insecure, or that the ego is really needing to be fed. And ask yourself those questions. Who am I? Who am I underneath the labels? Who am I when I'm not my stuff, my thoughts, my feelings? In this way, make that connection between consciousness and its body, heart, mind, between the small s self and the big S self. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let's close together with an Om if you'd like to join. Take it. Namaste. Namaste. Have a great day.
Thank you, Rachel.
This is the softer that goes in.
Yes, thank you. The softer ones and that, yeah.
That white, this white.
Yes, thank you. Yep. Exactly.